Alright, Solomon's reign ends with glory and wealth, but his son Rehoboam inherits a fragile kingdom. Through arrogance and poor counsel, he sparks a civil war that divides Israel into two kingdoms, Israel in the north and Judah in the south. The first part of this chapter covers Rehoboam's coronation and the people's request. So he goes to Shechem to be crowned king. The people led by Jeroboam had turned from Egypt asked, "Your father put a heavy yoke on us. Lighten the harsh labor and we will serve you." Rehoboam asks for 3 days to consider the requests. The people want relief from Solomon's forced labor and taxes. This is a pivotal task for the new king. The second part of the chapter covers two sets of advice. The elders who served Solomon advise, "Serve the people today, and they will always be your servants." The young man, Rehoboam, spears advice. "Tell them, my little finger's thicker than my fat father's waist. My father lay on you a heavy yoke. I will make it even heavier." Wise counsel says, lead with humility. Foolish counsel says, rule with pride. So the third part of the chapter covers Rehoboam's harsh reply. Rehoboam follows the advice of the young man. He tells the people he'll make their burden heavier and disciplined than with scorpions, wipes with spikes, okay? The narrator notes, Bible has a narrator. It was a turn of events from the Lord to fulfill the word spoken to Jeroboam through Ahijah. God's sovereignty works even through human arrogance. The fourth part of the chapter covers the kingdom splits. Israel's tribes reject Rehoboam. What share do we have in David to your tents, Israel? They make Jeroboam king over the northern tribes, Israel, okay? So Rehoboam rules over Judah and Benjamin. Rehoboam sends Adoniram in charge of forced labor, but the Israelites stone him to death. Gee. Rehoboam retreats to Jerusalem and plans war with 180,000 troops. God sends the prophet Shemaiah to stop the war. "This is from me, go home." The two kingdoms remain divided. The split is permanent, a result of Solomon's sins and Rehoboam's arrogance. Okay? So the fifth part of the chapter covers Jeroboam's golden calves. Jeroboam fears that if the people keep going to Jerusalem to worship, they'll turn back to Rehoboam. He makes two golden calves and and sets them in Bethel and Dan. "Here are your gods, Israel, who brought you up from Egypt." He appoints non-Levite priests, creates new festivals, and offers sacrifices himself. So Jeroboam repeats Israel's old sin that is written in Exodus 32, leading the nation into idolatry from the very start. What are the key lessons from this chapter? 1 King chapter 12. The first one is prideful leadership divides people. Rehoboam's arrogance cost him most of the kingdom. Second part of the chapter is God counsel matters. Listening to the wrong voices leads to ruin. Third part of the chapter is God's sovereign stance. Even through rebellion and arrogance, God's word to Ahijah comes true. And the final lesson is false worship corrupts quickly, okay? Because Jeroboam's fear led him to idolatry, which would plague the northern kingdom for centuries. So in summary, Rehoboam's harsh leadership splits the kingdom, Judah in the south under David's line, and Israel in the north under Jeroboam. But Jeroboam leads Israel into idolatry with golden calves, setting the stage for generations of disobedience. If you enjoyed this chapter, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. So I see you in the next one.